Oh, you guys. Havarti, it's such a subtle, sort of creamy cheese. It's so good. It's not as sharp or extra flavorful as a lot of the more common sandwich cheeses, but you get a nice deli meat that is good on its own. It's just such a warm and wonderful compliment to it. Oh, hey, folks. This is Bo with a Vulture. As you know, if you've been watching this live stream for a long time, it's time for practice 3 at Baku in Azerbaijan. It's not like I like this race or anything, Baku. I'm going to put on another set of mediums for this round. That one is locked until the race session. That one has already been returned to Pirelli. You have an untested setup that we're about to test for Nicholas Latifi, also for Alexander Albon. I'm going to put another set of mediums on for you. And we will let you run as many as 20 laps, although we doubt that you will need them. And let's run practice 3 because we got from such a terrible car to such an okay car. Almost good. That's not too bad.
Yeah, radio check loud and clear.
That's green now. Green now.
Albon goes out first. Get Latifi out moments later. And then back to the old grind of just letting them grind out laps to see what the car feels like. We may be running little crap wagons around, but we're going to make sure they're the best damn crap wagons that they can be for a given weekend. See, Leclerc already set a lap, and he's one of the fastest, and we're only a hair under, like, right around 4 seconds off. The one thing I'll say, Alex Albon seems to be the superior driver in terms of outright pace in just about every way, but Latifi is slightly faster at getting you feedback on the car. He's potentially a better development driver. I would not say enough so that you would need to keep him around in favor of any driver that might be quicker than him. Quicker. But just saying that it's there. I got nice things to say.
Oh, there's a spin! Let's take a closer look.
Let's take a look at old
this.
Schumacher here.
There's Schumacher. And this, yes, this is where they spun out.
You knew you were watching a replay of the spin. Yes, this is where it is. Yes, at this point in the broadcast.
Back on the car. So, good for me. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, good job, guys. Copy.
This is where it is. It's not in a different racetrack. Boy, if they were still spinning out of Monaco, I would imagine by now it's been weeks gone by. They would have reverted the track back to just the regular streets circulating around the hotels and casinos. So if they're taking F1 car out there and just spinning it around, that seems even more hazardous than it usually is for them to race out there. Optimal, great, optimal. It's at 95, you guys. We can do more, but how much? He's got 95% confidence in this car. This should get him big bonuses when it's time to... Oh, no, not that way. I might just make that very slight front wing adjustment. See, that's too much. Yeah, my adjustment is going to be that slight. I'm going to hope that if we're that close to the ultimate super amazing setup that we've done it. We're going to stay on the mediums. We're going to run you on 20 laps again, but you're not going to run 20 laps. We know that. And then we're going to set the time. Albon looks like he's 5 for 5 out of on feedback, but he has not given us a radio message to that effect. His set of confidence is 82%. Maybe I just missed the message because of my timing. Here's hoping, because otherwise we're now going to have a... Well, you could send Latifi out. You do notice that when they have much smaller changes to be made, it goes a little faster. Was he not radioing us because he was so busy fighting these other guys? Up to 82%. So you can see that, yes, there are some fields where it's not. You know, I don't even know if I dare say this, Alex Albon, but do you want us to, like, copy some of Nicholas Latifi's settings? Okay. Again, by the time you get to here, all of the fiddling that you have to do is a little bit less. So here's hoping that means this doesn't take too long to reconfigure. Now, let me see something here in the options. This isn't really what I was looking for. So go on out there, find out what you need to know about the cars. What will ye be able to find out about the cars? You know, if he has this much more confidence in the car than Alexander Albon, is it possible, you guys, that Latifi will have a better weekend? Albon has managed to familiarize himself with the track a lot faster than Latifi has, it looks like. 85% track familiarity versus 91% track familiarity. At least both of them are pretty well settled in with the cars, 100%. I'm going to enjoy a nice mug of tea here. It's not like I like this racetrack or anything, Baku. It's a joke I just made a couple of minutes ago, and yet...
It's just the rears I'm managing. Guys, these oscillations are killing me. Anything we can do?
Is there anything we can do? We can grit our teeth. Stay out there until you get that last little bitty piece of feedback. Eh? %, and you're almost there.
And car balance feedback when capacity.
Car feels great. Cheers! Well then, come on back in before you do anything untoward with your car. Come on, Albon. Tell me what you think. What's your honest opinion here? We're about to run out of time. Car feels great. Cheers! Come back in. Wow, just under the gun, 42 seconds left to provide valuable feedback. So, we don't have any more time to, suss out the cars, but we should know at least Latifi will have a car that he's very happy with. Albon says this one feels great. We'll see if it's the highest confidence that he's had in a setup so far. Because occasionally you go back and forth, you know. Honestly, I give him a lot of guff, but considering where he started with his confidence in the car at the beginning of this race weekend to how comfortable he's settled in with it here at the end of Free Practice 3, hats off to Nicholas Latifi. I'm reaching, but I'm reaching for compliments. All right, everybody, finish your sessions. Again, everybody out here is on softs. We're out here on mediums. They're playing chess. We're playing checkers. I mean, they're playing checkers. We're playing chess. That's it. That's what I mean, for sure. Your setup confidence is now 92. That's great. His track acclimatization is 97. He didn't get all the way to 100. Maybe I should have let him drive one or two more laps, even though he was complaining about the tires. But looking good. Looking very good, guys. How? What are we thinking here? Just checking that my mic is still working. Yeah, it's still working. All right, so let's keep going. It is time for quali. That is pretty good. I could try and adjust it to see whether or not we could get that. Especially, it looks like the setup on straights is not as good as it could possibly be. It's a nice little pattern. Grade optimal, grade optimal, grade. So yeah, we're going to use a Gogog. Now let's see what this is. Good grade, optimal, optimal grade. So he still feels a little bit of oversteer. Is not as much as he would like. Which is interesting, actually, because... interesting, I know, being a subjective thing. But that's interesting because Alex Albon sort of ended up getting the boot from Red Bull because, you know, he wasn't performing at the same level as Max Verstappen, which, you know, he hasn't had teammates that have done that a lot. But one of the things that Verstappen is known for is he will take a car that is very twitchy. It has a lot of oversteer, will turn a lot. And I guess Albon was not as comfortable with that as a setup. In theory, like, the car being able to turn that quickly, if you keep up with it, is of benefit to you. So,
Radio check. Copy, radio check.
let's send Latifi out. Ooh, who else is going out right now? Is that Ricardo? Send Albon a little bit after that. Latifi is going to qualify in Baku here in automatic mode. Might change the camera angle. We haven't done any onboards here in Azerbaijan. But as Lethal noted in the chat earlier, it's a lot of right-hand turns. Not a lot of right-hand turns, a lot of right-angle turns. I mean, there are plenty of right-hand turns and lots of left ones, but a lot of 90-degree turns because you get that a lot in. It's a thing that ends up being a common problem in street circuits that are based off of city streets, because most streets at least run on something approaching a grid in any big city, and those just end up being series of 90-degree turns. It's the most efficient way to put a city together. But it does make for a less interesting city racetrack. A lot of times that's why you will find city circuits are based around some large complex like a stadium or something like that, where the normal flow of roadways is kind of broken up anyhow, which might result in some sort of interesting road formation, or at least enough extra paved room around that they could, like, sort of chisel one out of a parking lot or something like that. There's a new Grand Prix in Las Vegas as of this past season. Oh my God, you just came out. Oh, did you see that? We just totally got screwed by I don't know if that was K-Mag or if that was Mick Schumacher. He just came out and went toward the outside on his qualifying, like on his warm-up lap. This is Latifi's timed lap. He will be the first to set down a time, so he will be the one to have the marker. For at least a few seconds, he will be a provisional pole sitter. It's not really how this qualifying format works, but... Yes, he's some kind of rude boy. Some kind of rasclat. Here's someone else on a warm-up lap. It's one of the Alpines. So weird now because, of course, a lot of these drivers, well, a few of these drivers are in different teams now. Fernando Alonso no longer on the Alpine team. He's gone to Aston Martin in place of Sebastian Vettel. And like Ricciardo, not a McLaren. He actually had a period where he was without a drive, but he's back on the Formula One grid now with Toro Rosso, not a Toro Rosso, not AlphaTauri. Now it is RB Cash App or something. What the fuck? What just happened? Look at those 2 laps. Do you guys see that? Okay, Lance Stroll out-qualified us, but also just for a minute there is Nicholas Latifi across the line. And here comes Max Verstappen, not able to equal Nicholas Latifi's time in the Williams. Which is technically still true, but also now we just see that he must have been balked or something like that because he's way down the order. So yeah, this is what the Baku street circuit looks like. Here's what it looks like. Extra fast. Ah, this is the button that Latifi needed. And there's Verstappen, I think, being annoyed with having to stay behind us on his in lap. Unless we are just in the process of being a very rude boy. Back to Max Verstappen. Then can we watch it roll into the garage? No. It's like, no, we didn't do that much to the garage. Well, though, Verstappen was not the one that was rude to us. That was either Mick Schumacher or Kevin Magnussen. Kind of hard for us to tell, but we got cut off at the beginning of that lap. And look at that, Albon and Latifi within about a tenth of each other, just over a tenth of each other. So, okay, that's not terrible. So now let's get the let's look what traffic is like right now. I think by the time we get a fresh set of tires on him, we will probably be... Actually, keep those tires on. Okay, yeah, we're going to keep those on. Because they're still good. in theory, this is the ultimate cost cutting, or ultimate, like... This is what the expected traffic is like. I'm going to wait till just a titch longer here. Because I think we're only doing 2 runs. All right, get out there. There we go. Look at this qualifying. Yeah, you didn't miss anything. At least right now. Well, he's 14th now, but look at who's underneath him. I mean, you have to assume Verstappen is going to set another time, but now Verstappen is at the bottom of the qualifying order right now. Alex Albon is just under the threshold. It looks like he's completed his qualifying lap, so he's not going to improve. We will not be making it out of Q1. Wait a minute, he did. We don't know what happened. I mean, aside from the fact that he's almost certainly going to have another crack at fast lap, so that will probably. You can see there. You see the expected, the little gauge of expected lap traffic. You can see that. Albon had a Q2 in Monaco, and this is remember, it's not done yet. Their cars are out of spec, but everyone else is going out to have their last timed lap. We basically timed ours so that we would get our last lap times in a little earlier while there weren't so many cars out on the track. That's the way I've been handling it. Now, if for whatever reason, Stroll, Vettel, Ricciardo, and Verstappen, none of them is able to improve their time.
Anyway, good job. Thank you very much.
What do you mean, anyway? So far, we don't know. See those checkered flags? Those mean that we are done with our session because we were in... Wow, Kevin Magnussen made a big jump in his last lap. Sonoda, his place is finalized. Okay, Stroll outqualified us. That hoits. Okay, Bottas also moved up. Verstappen, okay. Verstappen went from last to first, so interesting. So yes, we will be out of Q1. We can save on some tires. You guys, we don't have to use more of our sets of soft tires. Both drivers eliminated. They were toying with our emotions. We are second from last and last again. The order is restored. And that's the end of Q1. We don't really need to learn about Q2 or Q3. Why not just show us the end of the session?
So there's electricity in the air, but there's no surprises in that. It's race day.
Williams had a good performance in qualifying.
No, they didn't,
Now
Karim.
they'll be eager
Come
to
on.
demonstrate that they can have an even better race. Aston Martin were on target for qualifying. Now it's up to them to
Oh,
defy
look at
expectations
their little,
for the race
look at their little
itself.
Vettel there.
And the race will be taking place under blue skies. That means the teams should be able to apply their strategies without any added complications.
The race will be taking place
Well,
under
whatever happens, it's
blue
sure
skies.
to be a tremendous race day.
not the
here at
dark
the
red
Azerbaijan
skies of the
Grand Prix.
apocalypse. Alright, so I gotta go ahead and stop this recording that local recording I'm making for YouTube right now. So YouTube, when you come back, you're gonna get to see the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So see you then. Thanks very much for watching.